This is a bit controversial, but I have to talk about this. I don't like movie trailers. Please let me know if you agree. I find that they just spoil movies. Hey guys, welcome back to the Under the Spotlight podcast. I'm Lisa Eftimescu, your host, and today we're going to be talking about drama school, how to get into drama school, what life at drama school is like, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really excited to delve into that, and I'm also going to be talking about the Oscars, which just happened a couple days ago, and probably, as usual, some other random things. But for once, we're going to start with the main topic, which is drama school, and then delve into the random things. So if you're just here for the drama school information, you can get that and leave. Anyway, first of all, can I just say, if you are considering applying to drama school or being an actor, that is so exciting. You're about to embark on a very scary and difficult, but really incredible, fun, creative journey. I discovered so many things just through my audition process. The biggest one that I can just remember off the top of my head being an appreciation, if not love, but an appreciation for Shakespeare. I never really loved reading Shakespeare. I just found the language really inaccessible, and I mean, it is just really old and the language is confusing and can be a little exhausting to read, but Shakespeare is theater, it needs to be performed, and in performing it, I found the story and the character and the emotion and the humanity in it all, and that really helped me start appreciating Shakespeare and the stories he wrote and the people he created through his art and the people I can create through his plays, and that was really fun. And that is because for drama school auditions, obviously you have to prepare some monologues, and that is usually a Shakespeare, sometimes it's classical, and then a contemporary monologue, which is anything from usually this century is what they recommend. So if you are preparing for auditions, I would recommend you stick to that because that is usually what they want. So yeah, I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram. I also stole some questions from my school's Instagram. So I go to Bruford College in Wigan. There's two campuses. The main campus is in London in Sidcup, which is just outside of London, I think. There's a couple of other smaller campuses where they do foundation years, and then recently there's been a new campus, this campus here in Wigan, which is where I go. This is actually the first year that Rose Bruford has fully taken over the Bachelor in Acting course here in Wigan. So the campus and the uni used to be part of ALRA, so the Academy of Live and Recorded Arts. That closed down a couple of years ago, and Rose Bruford took on all of the remaining students and got them through to graduation. The last year of ALRA students is actually, they're technically ALRA / Rose Bruford students, is currently in their third year with us here on this campus, and then also in the South. Starting out next year, it'll just be Rose Bruford, and we're gonna get in another incoming year in September, which is really exciting. It'll be nice to have some more people around, and yeah, it's been really lovely. I have absolutely adored my time of drama school so much. I cannot speak more highly of my school and just the whole drama school experience. I love it so much. It is so nice to be doing something you love every day with people who also love it and have the same appreciation you do for it. I had this realization recently that, before when I was in high school, I was kind of living for the future and waiting for the next moment and whatever, trying to get to a place where I could be happier because I didn't love my high school program and everything. And right now I'm excited for the future and excited for what's to come, but I'm actually also really just enjoying right now and living in the moment, which is just such a wonderful difference, such a change that I am so incredibly grateful for. And I always say how grateful I am for my parents for getting me here, because truly I am probably the happiest I've been ever. And it's been so lovely. I'm going to talk briefly about the audition process before I start answering some questions. You can apply online. I'll link it down below. And there's lots and lots of information on that. It's really clear. And you can apply if you're an international student. I'm an international student, and it's been a really easy process for me, actually, which has been really nice. So you do your first round audition, that's a self-tape online, and then there's a second and third round audition, which in some cases are, and this is true in Rose Bruford in the South and also true for Rose Bruford Wigan here, and then in some cases your audition might be online or you can come in person, and then it's a whole day thing. So the second round audition would be in the morning, and then if you get through to the third round audition, that's the same afternoon. That's actually true for a lot of drama schools. Some have fewer rounds, some have more rounds, but generally this is kind of the type of process you'll be looking at. And usually what happens when you get a recall audition is that they ask to see your pieces you auditioned with again. So you would have probably sent a self-tape of usually a contemporary monologue and a Shakespeare monologue. So they might ask you to see one again, they might ask you to see both again, and then they will, in most cases, redirect you on one of them. So they're basically just asking to see what you do in a different way, and they want to see how adaptable you are, how many exciting changes you can make, make. So even if whatever they're asking you to do doesn't make sense in the context of your piece, just fully go for it. Like, they're not asking for it to be perfect or anything. They just want to see if you can make exciting choices, because that's what they're looking for. And then sometimes they'll ask you to do some workshops, some exercises, but the most important advice I can give in this kind of situation is just to be yourself. I know it's a cliche, but they're really trying to build an ensemble here, and like the most you have to offer is you, as cliche as it sounds, I know. And you're here to train. Like, they don't expect a perfect actor. They just want someone who's genuine and who's willing to put in the work and have that effort and determination, because this is hard work and long hours and it's a lot. So they just want to see that. Like, they just want to see you be genuinely interested in the course. It's also quite uncommon to get in your first year, so even if you don't get into drama school in your first year, keep applying, because it doesn't mean you're a bad actor. It just means sometimes like people are not ready for it, because this is really like emotional work as well, and you need to be mentally prepared for it and physically prepared for it. Yeah, and then the biggest thing I can also offer with just showing your true self at your audition and being genuine and showing your personality is like that'll shine through your acting work as well. Acting is literally like you're trying to become another character, but really what you're also doing is bringing yourself and your personality and your values and little bits of you to your character, and letting your I can't think of any characters. Why can't I think of any characters? Letting your version of Hamlet or Juliet or Romeo or whoever shine through. And if you're being disingenuous, like, people can spot that, and then your performance isn't going to be very convincing. At the end of the day, even if you are an actor and you're bringing another character to life, all you have is you, and that has to shine through, and you have to expose yourself to be a convincing actor and give a convincing performance. So yeah, just be yourself and try your best. It's really scary, but they're not trying to like catch you out. They're not trying to, trick you, test you, quiz you, make you do something crazy. Like, it's not that kind of situation. They're really just trying to draw the best out of you and see who you are and how you would fit into the uni. A lot of people also always say, and I think this is so important, you're auditioning the uni as well. You should see if this is the place where you want to be and the kind of environment you want to be in, because if nothing else, drama school is expensive and time consuming, and you're going to be spending 3 years there. So you want to make sure it's the right decision for you. I have had the most wonderful time in my first year so far. I've talked a little bit about what we've done so far and how my experience has been already, so I'll link that podcast if you want to check that out as well for some more information. But yeah, I'm going to get into some of the questions. First up, a lot of people ask how the course differs from the acting BA in SIDCUP, and there's actually not that many differences. Obviously, one of the major differences is location and campus. We don't get the same teachers because we're a very long train ride away from each other, but that doesn't mean the quality of the learning is any less. We have so many incredible teachers. There's actually a good amount of drama schools in the north, and a lot of them have freelance teachers, and those are the teachers we're also getting. So we have teachers who teach at LIPA, who teach at Manmet, and these are like very well-established, good drama schools. And we even have a teacher who also teaches at Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, which is, again, a very famous, very, very good drama school. So we're getting the same kind of quality of learning, just from different teachers. Our course is actually quite similar to the acting BA in SIDCUP. Our course is called actor training, but the main difference really is that we get more camera training. For example, we've already started camera training now in our second semester, which has been really, really fun and exciting. And the acting BA in SIDCUP only start in their second year. So I actually really love that about this course, because I love acting for camera, and I would say it's probably my main interest once I graduate. So it's been really, really nice exploring that, and I really like the fact that we're going to be getting more of it. But other than that, in terms of, movement classes we do and projects we do, everything pretty much regarding the course and the hours and everything is the same. We have 30 hours a week. It's very intense work, but really, really exciting. Obviously, I've never done the course in SIDCUP, so I can't know exactly what the little differences are, and I'm sure there's more little idiosyncrasies, but we have this amazing, incredible course leader who is genuinely like the reason I am here at this uni, because she is just so good at what she does. She's turned this course into something incredible. All the teachers, all the freelancers she hires are so talented, so good at what they do. I've learned so much from all of them and from her, and yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having her as my course leader. You're definitely in safe hands with Kate if you come here, and you're gonna have an incredible course and an incredible time here. Another thing I want to do, I know I've started the question, but another thing I want to do is give you a little overview of the course. So in the first 2 years, you're training. So you do movement classes, voice classes, singing classes, and just a lot of acting classes, scene studies, plays, Shakespeare, little units, and all of that. Basically studying to be an actor and learning the skills you need to be an actor. At the end of the second year, you also do some industry training. Sometimes this happens at the beginning of third year, depends on your course. And then your third year is basically about showing all these skills, preparing you to go out into the industry. You're going to do 2 or 3 performances of full-on plays to a public audience, and they actually pay to go see it, and agents are always invited to that. You also will film some content for your show reels, so you'll film a couple of monologues and duologues that will go on your spotlight, which is basically a place where agents and casting directors and anyone in the industry really can see your work, and based on that kind of decide to hire you or decide to invite you to an audition. What's also special about our course is that we have like an audio program. We even have an audio recording room within our uni that's like professionally laid out, a sound booth basically, which is really, really fun. So you get to use that and create an audio reel for your spotlight as well. You'll have a showcase, which is basically where you perform a monologue or a duologue, and a bunch of agents are invited. And yeah, they're basically given a chance to see your works. And this is also another opportunity just for you to get an agent and get professional work after you leave drama school. And you do this thing called the PRP, which is basically your self-devised theater project. One of the questions from my Instagram is actually about the showcases. Someone asked what showcases we have and where. The really cool thing about being up in the north is you actually get to do 2 showcases. So you'll do a showcase in Manchester. Oh, I should have said Wigan is about 30-40 minutes on the train from Manchester, and Liverpool, which is really, really exciting because you're close to 2 theater hubs and major cities. So yeah, you do a showcase in Manchester, and then you also go down to London and do a showcase there. So you have pretty much twice as many opportunities for agents to come see you and to get cast and to show off your skills. And yeah, that's pretty much what, and then you graduate, and that's pretty much what your third year is all about. It's really crazy to think about. I'm just coming up on the last like 10 weeks of my first year. We also have Easter in between. So it'll be like 3 months till my year is over, but I can't believe I'm almost done with first year, and that also means I'm almost halfway done with my training. I'm not prepared for that. Definitely a bit scared. It is passing so quickly. So definitely another huge tip I have for drama school is just savor every moment. It is so fun and it passes way too quickly. And yeah, I've just made the most incredible friends. I'm already sad about leaving. I can't already be sad about leaving. I just know it's gonna come. It'll pass way too quickly. We have a third year, and you know they're doing all their shows. It's hard to imagine that we'll be there in just 2 years. That's insane. It's too fast. Another question someone asked is who runs the acting course. I already talked a little bit about this. It's Kate Colgrave Pope. She is an amazing actor and director. She trained at drama school, so she knows exactly what her experience is like, but then she also got an MA or MFA in directing, and she's worked for many years in the industry as a director and as an actor, though I think she's done less acting work. So she knows exactly what people want, and she's just incredible at what she does. Like I've already said, I have so much appreciation for her and everything she's already drawn out of me as an actor and everything, and just the way she's designed the course for us. She's been absolutely incredible and essential to the course and made it the incredible course that it is. I feel like I'm doing like a 90s look with this blue. Was not the intention, but here we are. Guys, if you're watching the video version of the podcast, just warning you, the makeup goes a little awry in this next little segment, but yeah, I kind of lost the plot there. We get back to the plot eventually. Another question people ask is what our day looks like. I actually will be posting a week in my life at drama school soon on my YouTube channel, so you can subscribe to that. It's Lisa eftimescu. And I also post some TikToks where I do day in my life content, so you can kind of get a glimpse into what it's like. Our days can look very different depending on what classes we have, but in a week we usually have a voice class, a singing class, 2 movement classes. Right now we're doing just pure movement and also Laban, which has been really, really interesting. I actually love Laban as a way to kind of access my character physically. And then we'll have a bunch of acting classes, as well as right now we have some acting for camera classes. And then when you're doing a project, your acting classes are kind of taken over by your project classes. So instead you'll be working with a director to kind of create and work on whatever project you're currently doing. But yeah, the days are very demanding. We start at 9 a.m. and we do a warm-up, which is actually so helpful, I think, to just get prepared to be working in the lesson. We do a warm-up from 9 to 9:45, then we have a 15-minute break, and then we have classes till usually around 5 or 6. Most of the time it'll be 5. And so it usually consists of 2 classes a day. We also, I guess this is one of the differences from a lot of drama schools, we have longer classes than most drama schools. Some of our classes are 3 or 4 hours long, some are shorter, depending on kind of what the class needs or what we need. It's something I was a little bit iffy about at the beginning because it's just a long time to be spending on one thing, but I actually really enjoy it because it gives us way more time to just delve into something specifically and not kind of get interrupted and have to pick up the same thing next time or something. So we have 3 hours of classes after our warm-up, and then an hour for lunch, and then another 3 or 4 hours of classes afterwards. And yeah, like I said, it's intense, it's a lot, it's definitely very different from any other uni program you'll do, but I really think it's the intensity you need to be getting that full-on actor training. It trains you physically and mentally for what it takes to be an actor, because when you work as an actor, you work much longer hours than that. Another question which is asked a lot actually is if we're still affiliated with Alra. We are, but we aren't. Technically, we're still affiliated because obviously the last third year at our uni is former Alra students who are now Rose Bruford students technically. So we're still affiliated in that sense, but the whole course is new and it is fully a Rose Bruford College course. We are Rose Bruford College. Another question people have is what the community is like. The community is so lovely. We are a much smaller drama school for sure because it's just the acting course, and right now it's just the first years and the third years. Next year will be the second years, me, and the first years that are coming in, but it is definitely going to be built up. There are a lot of plans, I've heard, to build up the course and maybe even add some more courses, though I don't know exactly what that will look like, which is really exciting. But they're putting the energy and the time, resources to building up this course and building up this campus. The lovely thing about having a really small community has just been the closeness we all have. We did a Christmas cabaret at Christmas, where we just all performed, had a little Christmas party, and then in our group, your year will be about 33, that's how many we are, but there'll be up to 36 people, usually around 30 to 36, and then you're split into 2 classes, and then each of the 2 classes put on a little Christmas performance, which we worked on outside of class, which was really fun. And then we had a little Christmas party, and it was such an incredible, sweet bonding moment. Tears were shed. It was so much fun. And yeah, we're just so close to our course leader, Kate. As a drama school, we're just all really close, and that wouldn't be possible if it wasn't such a small course. So that's definitely my favorite benefit. And a lot of people in Wigan are also just really excited about the fact that there's a uni here and that we're keeping the drama school here alive, or like we have the new drama school here now. So there's support from the community as well, and there's just a whole network of actors and playwrights and artists and theater makers which are connected to the school, which is so incredible. You get so many different connections. I met Denise Welch last week. She's an incredible actor. We went to see her play, which we got, tickets through the script writing class we had that day. She was in a play by Jim Cartwright, who is this incredible playwright who did a script writing masterclass for us. So there's just so many incredible opportunities you get. If you don't know Denise Welch, she's in like Waterloo and Coronation Street and a lot of soap operas and English stuff I haven't seen as much, but also Maddie Healy's mom, which means I met Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend's mom. And I love Taylor Swift, so it was an exciting day in my life. It still doesn't feel quite real, but yeah, there's just so many incredible opportunities you get, and such a beautiful, small at the school, but also really large community and industry you get into. And the connections artists have to other artists are different from any other connections I've ever had with anyone else, which has been a really lovely family and community to be a part of, and something you'll get to be a part of if you come to Rose Bruford College with me, which you should. And someone else asked what's the favorite part of your course so far and why voice acting, movement, etc. Honestly, I don't know. I think the acting, obviously. We did a scene study a couple weeks ago, which I talked a bit about, and I just learned so much through working with my amazing director on that. She's a former student of Kate, my course leader, and she just did such an incredible job at drawing so many things out of all of us and teaching us so many incredible things. I learned so much from her. I gained so many skills, but I also just grew so much as an actor. Especially, I've talked about this before, but in terms of my confidence, I was really struggling. She would not let me use that word. With my confidence once I started the course, because there's just so many talented actors around you, and everyone goes through this, but I was just feeling like I wasn't good enough and I didn't deserve to be there. And doing the scene study and just learning from her in the scene study was so helpful, and just gave me back some of my confidence I was really missing and needing. Okay, I've completely unintentionally made myself look like I'm from the 90s. Gonna try to fix that. If you're not watching the video versions, I'm wearing blue eyeshadow, and it's very 90s. So I would say that was probably my favorite part of the course so far. There's still so many exciting things to come. so many exciting projects we are working towards. I just can't wait to keep going. I want it to keep going forever and ever because I'm just enjoying it so much. Someone asks what's the most unexpected thing about drama school, and I've actually been trying to think of an answer, but I don't know. I think one of the things I just didn't know about was all the physical classes we have, all the voice movement classes. I don't know what I thought it'd be, but I guess I just thought it'd be a lot of acting, and it's not just acting. You're all working towards, everything is working towards you becoming a better actor, but you do a lot of stuff to do that. You have to work on your voice, you have to work on breaking habits you have vocally and in terms of how you move and your posture, and then getting into character physically. So there's so much work to do in terms of that. I don't know. I'm trying to think what surprised me about drama school, but I don't know. The connection with people I have, I guess. I kind of figured I'd connect with people over drama though. I guess how much I love it. I didn't dare dream, couldn't have dreamt how incredible this course has been and the incredible relationships I've formed. I'm really lucky and grateful for that. That's something that's definitely blown me away at drama school, but a really lovely welcome surprise. You can always tell when I filmed an episode of a podcast because I do it before school in the morning and then I go to uni wearing a lot of makeup as opposed to, you know, most days where I am too lazy to get up early enough to do my makeup. Someone else asked what my favorite project I've done at drama school so far has been, and I already talked about this, but we did a scene study with a play called Eigengrau. And what I loved about this is most drama schools will do a scene study where you'll just get, you know, a scene and you study it. Our project was actually called How to Read a Play, and we did the whole play. Everyone just did different scenes from it. And what I really, really loved about that was learning how to dissect a whole play and find a character in a whole play quite early on, and literally learning how to read a play. That was really, really interesting, and from what I know, that's not usually what people do in their first year at drama school, and I really, really love that because I now feel much more prepared to go into a play and kind of like know what to do and how to dissect it by myself. Another question I was asked is how to handle rejection. It's hard. It's really hard. I got rejected from most of the unis I applied to, from most of the drama schools I applied to, and I'm not the type of person, I think a lot of people might draw from this experience and say like, this is what brought me here, and yeah, it is what brought me here, and I'm really, really grateful for that, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But I'm not the type of person who believes in, like, everything happens for a reason. So I don't think the reason I was rejected from all those drama schools was so I would go to bruford. But I am grateful that is what happened, if that makes sense. Honestly, I think give yourself a moment to be sad because you want to work through those emotions, and you were so, so valid in being sad. If thoughts like, I guess it just wasn't meant to be, if that is, you know, the kind of thought process that helps you, then by all means, you know, maybe it just wasn't meant to be, maybe you just weren't right for that role, and something bigger and better, that role or that uni or whatever, and something bigger and better will come along for you. That's not necessarily what I believe, but it could be true. What do I know? And yeah, give yourself time to be sad, and then, you know, you gotta take them as they come and keep going. Like I said before, just because you don't get into the drama school of your dreams, or you don't get into drama school your first year applying, doesn't mean you're not talented, and doesn't mean you're not going to get in. It's really hard. It's really competitive sometimes, and there's so many factors that affect it. Sometimes you might just be having an off day, or your auditioner is having an off day. You know, it's not all about your talent, and it doesn't mean you're not going to be a successful actor and not going to eventually get into drama school. Drama school, as much as I am advocating for it and I love drama school, isn't the be-all and end-all of being a successful actor. There's so many different ways to become a successful actor, so many different ways to train and learn. You know, one of the most wonderful things about acting is that you really do learn on the job as well. I would say, give yourself time to be unhappy. I actually vlogged one of my drama school auditions where I didn't get into Royal Central School of Speech and Drama. It's on my YouTube channel, and I'll link it down below. I'm not just saying this to promote my YouTube channel, but I had a kind of weird experience, and I can't remember my exact emotional process, so if you do want to hear more about it, you will have to watch that video. But for some reason, when I first found out that I was rejected, I was really, really sad about it, and you can probably tell from the vlog that I was sad about it. But shockingly to me, made peace with it very quickly, and already that day, when I was like back at my hotel before I was about to leave London, I was in a better mood for some reason, and I still can't explain why I was in a better mood, but I did talk about it. You just kind of get through these things, like you kind of just have to face them and move on, I guess. You will have to get used to dealing with rejection in your life, so this is also good practice for the industry. You need resilience. It took me so much effort to apply for all the drama schools I applied to, and so much effort to audition for everything, and even just so much mental effort and resilience to, you know, get through being rejected from so many places. You're gonna have to deal with all of that and more as an actor, so it's tough, but it's definitely good preparation. Don't be too hard on yourself for it, because it's not always something you can control. It's actually not something you can really control at all, sadly. I wish it was. So I also got a question on what the nightlife is like here in Wigan. So first of all, like I already said, you're really close to Manchester and Liverpool, which is awesome for a night out, but a night out in Wigan is actually really fun as well. I had such a lovely weekend actually just now. I was celebrating one of my friend's birthdays and we had a little party at one of the cafes slash, it is really a bar. It stays open quite late, but it is a cafe. Anyway, it was a wonderful time. Really enjoyed that. And then we went out clubbing. We went to a karaoke bar. We went to Spoons because, as one does, if you want a cheap drink, you don't even need to go really far to have a fun night out. There's a couple of nice clubs in Wigan. And then if you do want a more exciting night out, you can also go to Manchester. But nightlife is really, really fun, especially on Saturdays. It's actually it's more exciting than I expected it to be. And there's also other activities in Wigan you can do. You can go to a roller rink. You can go bowling. They're finally reopening the cinema, which closed down, I think, because of COVID. Someone bought it and they're preparing it to open it in summer, I think, which is really exciting because my friend and I, we love to go to the cinema. Obviously, we're actors. And it is a bit of a hassle to go to Manchester or Bolton or St. Helens or somewhere nearby every time. So that'll be really, really fun. So yeah, there's lots and lots of things to do. We do a lot of things as, not a whole drama school always, but like in groups. And sometimes just a whole drama school nights out and activities. For example, for St. Patrick's Day, there's like an actual, not event, because it's not like school sponsored St. Patrick's Day event, but like we're all going out together, which should be really exciting and fun. So yeah, the nightlife is great. It's honestly the most fun nights out here I've had have been in Wigan. And yeah, that's all the questions I have to answer today. If you want me to do a part 2, please let me know. I would very happily answer more questions and talk about the course more. In case you can't tell, I love the course. I'm so happy here. I love drama school and I highly recommend it. I'm also so happy to answer more questions. Like if you just want to DM me on Instagram or something, follow my Instagram. It's at eftimescu if you want to ask me questions. Next time I do a Q&A, I might also just do a general life in Wigan, life in England, moving here as an international student, etc. There's so many things I can talk about, so just let me know what you want to hear from me. Let's get into the Oscars, because it is Monday morning. Now, you might think, oh, she's so professional. She gets an Oscars episode out 3 days after the Oscars. No, it's just that I procrastinated filming this episode. Now it is 2 days before I have to post it. Anyway, I stayed up late last night watching the Oscars. Oh my god, I could not for the life of me sleep last night. I was too excited, because I was reading Iron Flame, which, if you don't know, is the second, oh my god, I can't take myself seriously with this makeup. Like, I went too far. Oh my god, it's fine. I just have to go to uni like this. Oh, it's too much. It's not giving. Anyway, so I read this book called Fourth Wing. Loved it. Absolutely incredible. Highly recommend. It's like dragons and fantasy and so well written. Love it so much. I read that ages ago. Well, not ages ago, a couple weeks ago. And the sequel to that is called Iron Flame. And it's been taking me so long to read it because I've just been so busy. But oh my god, it's so good. And then I just get too excited reading it and I can't go to sleep. And it took me so long to fall asleep last night. I also did take a nap, which I shouldn't have. And I knew I shouldn't have when I did it, but I did it anyway. So that is, all of this is entirely on me that I didn't get much sleep. I slept like an hour. I feel fine. I always feel fine the morning after I've barely slept. And then throughout the day, my state just deteriorates. So good luck to me today. Such a good book series, and I'm just the type of person who can't fall asleep. I can't be that person who lies there trying to fall asleep. If I can't fall asleep, there's 500 thoughts going in my head. Like I'll be singing three different songs in my head at the same time. And at the same time, like there'll be like a beat or pattern going on, and also like I'm thinking about something. I don't know. A lot is going on in my head all at once. It doesn't shut up. In case you can't tell, neither do I. So I couldn't sleep, and I read my book instead and watched the Oscars. Anyway, back to the Oscars. Can you tell I haven't slept? To be fair, I'm like this even when I have slept, I feel like. I don't know. Oh my god, what a night. It was, it's my first time watching the Oscars, actually. In my defense, they're really late, okay? Like, I should be sleeping, but I was watching the Oscars. And then I stayed up later after that anyway. Oh my god, Emma Stone's acceptance speech made me cry. It was so beautiful, so poignant, so just... I love the way she talks about the craft and the work, the industry, and the way she talked about how this, award was for everyone who worked together and came together to create the beautiful thing that was Poor Things. And I absolutely loved Poor Things. What an incredible movie. Oh my god. I have to say, I was pretty spot on with all my predictions because I did do an Oscars predictions episode. I was so happy about everyone who won. Cillian Murphy, oh my god, I loved his speech as well. All of Emma Stone's speech just had me in tears. She's so sweet, so funny, love her. And then the ending of Cillian Murphy's speech where he talked about how we are, for better or for worse, all a part of Oppenheimer's world. You know, the world that had the atomic bomb. And so he dedicated the award to like all the peacemakers of the world. I thought that was just so incredible, especially with everything that is currently going on. Oh my god, 20 Days in Mariupol winning, that was also incredible. That was a documentary that won, and the speech was so beautiful as well. He talked about how he is probably one of the only people who wishes he had never made the movie, because obviously it's all about the conflict in Ukraine and the lives that have been lost, and it's awful. So that was really moving as well. All of it was just like really moving. I love the performance of I'm Just Ken. That was so good, so funny. Yeah, just a really fun night. Oh, I was so happy about, I really wanted not above all else, but I really wanted Oppenheimer to win for sound, and they did. They won for sound and lighting, I think, and a whole host of other things, but I really wanted them to, well, Best Picture and everything they won I was really excited about and wanted them to win for, but I really wanted them to win for sound because I was blown away by the sound, especially in Oppenheimer. I feel like that was a story. I think it's so pretentious when people say that. They're like, the sound was done character in the movie. I don't know. But if you're gonna say it about this. The sound just genuinely had such a profound emotional impact on me when I was watching the movie. I think it was a huge part of the story, and also an important characterization of an Oppenheimer's mind and his mindset making the atomic bomb, and his feelings regarding it and how he felt when it went off and everything. So yeah, loved the sound design in Oppenheimer, and I'm really happy that they got recognition for that. I love that Poor Things won for costume design. The costumes were sick in Poor Things. And yeah, just overall so happy with the results. This is a bit controversial, but I have to talk about this. I don't like movie trailers. Please let me know if you agree. I find that they just spoil movies. Okay, the one that specifically comes to mind is the Mamma Mia 2 trailer, in which you find out she's pregnant. Spoiler alert. Which you don't find out till the end of the Mamma Mia movie that Sophie's pregnant. So why is it in the trailer? Hello? Like, I'm not a fan. They either do a really bad job of, oh my god, as an actor, I should probably not be saying this, but they either do a bad job, they either do a really bad job of, like, saying what the movie will be about, or they just kind of spoil it, or, I don't know. Sometimes they're fine. I never watch them. I never, ever. I'd rather not know what a movie was about than watch a movie trailer. I'll read the description for it usually, but even that sometimes is spoiled. Like, why are you spoiling this stuff for me? I like being surprised. I like not knowing. I don't want spoilers. Though, I will admit, I do like watching movie trailers at the cinema. Actually, no one likes that there's 30 minutes. Actually, no. Oh my god, can I calm down? These days, I love that there's 30 minutes of trailers before movies because I'm always late to the cinema and I need that 30-minute buffer time to get to the cinema and not miss any of the movie. But generally, obviously, I hate all the trailers and ads. Actually, I don't mind the trailers. I hate the ads. I do like watching movie trailers in the cinema because then I'm like, oh, I want to see that and I want to see that. But then again, it's really overwhelming because then there's so many things I want to see. Like, I keep seeing a trailer for this movie with Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling, which I'll see it off that premise alone, but it's about, like, they fly, I don't know what they do. I can't remember, but it looks really fun. I really want to see that. Those are my thoughts on movie trailers. I don't think they should exist. Actually, I think they should exist so people go see cinemas, but like, go see movies, but like, I don't know, make them better. Like, I'm not a fan of them right now. Oh my god. Other story I want to tell. I was talking to this guy on Hinge and eventually gave him my snap, or he gave me his snap. No, I gave him my snap. He, honestly, to be fair, there were already red flags because he at one point said good girl to me and that made me feel like a dog. And then he said something else. I can't remember what it was. It too made me feel like a dog or something. I don't know what it was, but I was like, don't. I'm not a dog. I literally said I'm not a dog, like, when he said good girl, because I was like, what are you doing? I don't understand, because we were actually having like good conversation. He seemed nice, whatever. It seemed good. Seemed oh my god. Am I okay? It seemed to be going somewhere nice, whatever. Like, I was genuinely thinking about going on a date with him. Then the conversation gets weird. I sent him a message, like, answering whatever question he'd asked last, and I don't know if he accidentally messaged me instead of someone else or something. Like, I don't know what happened, but he sends me this message. He said, fix your sleeping schedule, which made no sense because I had messaged him. He was right, though. I had only slept like 2 hours that night, and also, you know, I've told you how much I've slept last night. But that's not the point, obviously. It'd been like the middle of the day when I messaged him, so I was like, how do you know it needs fixing? He said, you woke up at 1 today. I was like, no, I didn't. I messaged him at 3, I think. So how would he know when I woke up? Like, why, what? It was really weird. I was like, do you think you're texting someone else? Like, what is going on? I didn't understand what was happening. And honestly, I should have just left it there. But then I said, no, I didn't. And then he said, lies. And then he said, what time then? I said 5:45, because I'd woken up at 5:45 in the morning because my sister had been visiting. And then she had to catch her flight, and she woke me up when she left, which I asked her to. But then I couldn't get back to sleep, which was really sad. And I was very tired that day. Then he said, what time do you go to bed? I was like, what do you mean to the lies thing? And he was like, I went to bed at 4, lol. Then woke up at 5:45 because my sister had to catch a flight. He was like, so 1 hour 45 of sleep. I'm like, yes, but why? And I'm like, yes, but I don't understand why you're telling me this with no evidence. I was so confused. I did not, like, I didn't even know what was going on or why he was being like this because he'd been, like, fine before. I was like, then he said, I know you probably already know this, but you have autism. And then I said, what the fuck? And I blocked him because what the fuck? What? And he says it like it's an insult, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Ugh, why are men like this? Oh my god, I can't with how I look today. I think we have to take the eyeshadow off. So yeah, that was the fun interaction I had. Also, I find it really funny. I decided to make it a thing for me to talk about things I'm mad about, and then I forgot to do it the next episode. I might have also forgotten to do it the episode after. I don't know if it was 2 episodes in a row that I forgot to do or just 1, but definitely didn't do it the next episode. Anyway, we're back. Welcome back to this episode of Things I'm Mad About. The thing I'm mad about, which is not actually the thing I'm mad about today, but the thing I wrote down to be mad about because I can't remember them off the top of my head, so I write them down when I think of them. Is when people take out their anger on you for no reason, or when people are angry and they take it out on you, which is basically the same thing. I just repeated myself. Wow, nice going. I'm the type of person who, if people get mad at me, I just want to cry. Like, genuinely, the minute people raise their voice at me, tears just start happening. Because I'm like, what did I do? Why do you hate me? I don't like it. I really, really don't like it at all. It makes me sad and scared. But it also makes me mad when people get, like, irrationally mad. I also I will just cry when I'm mad, because mostly if I'm mad at you, I'm, like, hurt that you hurt my feelings, and that's why I'm mad. Like, I'm not generally mad for another reason, or you've done something stupid, but, like, generally I'm just hurt by it in most cases, so I'll just cry, which is lovely and gives me a lot of credibility and everything. When people are mad and they're just, like, upset, having a shitty day, whatever, like, I get it, I really do. When they take out their anger on you, it's just because it instantly, like, hurts my feelings. It just makes me feel so uncomfortable because I'm like, what did I do? Fuck. Overthinking it, which obviously I shouldn't. And, like, I probably didn't do anything wrong or didn't do anything wrong, but I'm like, what did I do to you? I'm so sorry. How do I fix it? Like, because I just hate the thought of anyone being mad at me. I just think it's really unfair to get mad, take out your anger on people, which obviously is not something people can control, but, like, it can ruin, not my day, well, it can, but, like, it'll just make me feel very uncomfortable and, like, itchy and icky. Then I'll start getting mad because I'm like, I don't deserve this and I don't want to be feeling shitty right now, and you're, like, mad at me for no reason. You're making a whole situation and environment uncomfortable just because you're mad. That's not fair. You have every right to be mad, but, like, don't make me feel shitty. I feel like I just did such a bad job of explaining that, but I think it makes sense. I mean, I don't think anyone liked it when people are mad at them. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Under the Spotlight podcast. I had so much fun filming it. Like I said, if you have any more questions for me about drama school, about anything, just comment them down below, let me know, and I'll do another Q&A. And yeah, comment what other topics you want me to talk about, and I love you guys so much. Bye!